We are not rare. But before you leave, you will perceive the lore will be unlocked. You might be stalked by a Sasquatch or a ghost witch, possibly even a ghost that will boast about knowing the Ohio Grassman or even the Michigan Dogman. Werewolves hunt, poltergeists are up front, but in these backwoods folklore is unlocked.
Welcome back to Folklore Unlocked. I'm Austin, and like always, I'm joined by Ethan.
Yep, hello again, everyone.
And this week we are taking a look at the Smiley Face Killer Theory. And some background on it. It's a theory made by retired New York City detectives Kevin Gannon and Anthony Duarte, as well as Dr. Lee Gilbertson. And it alleges that roughly 45 college-aged men have been found dead in multiple Midwestern states in the U.S. And the timeline is the late 1990s to the 2010s, and states that the men who've all been found in bodies of water have not accidentally drowned, as the official record states, and the victims are of one or multiple connected serial killers, and where it gets its name, the Smiley Face Killers, is that Smiley Face graffiti has been found nearby where the bodies have been found.
Now, you see, whenever I first looked at this, I heard and I saw, when I was reading, that, I heard 45 people found drowned or whatever, and I was like, in the same area, and then I'm like, no, it's just multiple Midwestern states. I'm like, okay, that's not as weird. So, the victim profile, they mostly were college-aged, popular, athletic, successful students, mostly white, and often were after leaving parties or drinking.
So doing normal, college student stuff.
Yeah.
And outside views, involved police departments do not believe the theory, and criminal profiler Pat Brown called the theory, quote, ludicrous. And the FBI itself has put out a statement basically saying that they don't believe that there's a serial killer or a group of connected serial killers involved in any of these deaths.
And some pop culture. So there's the Smiley Face Killers, The Hunt for Justice, the 2019 docu-series. Then there's Scott and Bailey British Detective Show had a series of episodes based on this theory. Then Ill Will 2017 novel by Dan Chowan was had cases based off the theory. Then there was Breaking Homicide episode that mentions the theory, and then there's the Smiley Face Killers 2020 film, and it's loosely based off of this theory.
And they're on to our thoughts that there are some odd cases that are lumped into the cases that are part of the theory, but I don't think there is a singular serial killer or syndicate of serial killers, because you combine, partying, drinking with near bodies of water. Let accidents happen, and shit happens. Plus, smiley face graffiti is just such an easy thing to do that even I can do it. And I don't have a single artistic bone in my body, and I can make a random smiley face half decent. So that is my opinion on the theory. I don't believe it's plausible. Not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying it's not very high likelihood.
And I think one of the big things is there was 45 deaths, so I mean, there might be a possibility that maybe one of them might have been, or a couple, but like all 45 is fairly unlikely.
Yeah, highly unlikely.
But yeah, I agree with Austin. I don't think there are any serial killer or serial killers. And people drowning while intoxicated does happen. So it's not very weird or special or at all. And then also, like we were talking, smiley faces are pretty easy to make. And especially in places with graffiti, I'm sure you could probably find a smiley face very, very easily.
At least one smiley face.
Exactly. And it's one of those things where it's not like they found the body with a smiley face graffitied right next to it. It was just like in a nearby area. So like if they were swimming by a bridge or something like that, there might have been a smiley face on the bridge. And then they're like, oh, smiley face killer. So like I don't...
Exactly.
So yeah, I don't think the smiley face really had anything to do with the drownings.
I think the only reason it's I forget the name. It's like there was a name for noticing patterns where there really aren't patterns. I think that's what's going on there. I think Gannon and Duarte noticed that all these college-aged men have drowned after going to a party or going to a bar, so places where people typically drink at, and they wound up drowning, and that there just so happened to be smiley face graffiti nearby where their bodies were found.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that I think they made a mountain out of a molehill where there really isn't much connection besides the tragic deaths.
Or if you look at it from the other way, maybe they're just ahead of us. If it is really serial killers, they're the only ones that have caught on.
Could be, but like I said, I think it's highly unlikely.
Yeah.
But I think that's all we've got for this week. Any last words, Ethan?
Just thanks for watching, everyone.
Next week we'll be taking a look at the Anunnaki. Stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching. If you're on YouTube, leave us a like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're on Spotify, leave us a comment and a follow. And we'll see you next week.
You might wake up beside Spearfinger with an extended visit from Jack the Ripper. But if you're lucky, it'll be an angel on that range hill of Louisiana. You might meet Mary Laveau or the Road. At Folklore Unlocked, Austin and Ethan concoct their theory of the eerie and unexplained around the world, sometimes even the underworld. The lore is locked behind secrets, but folklore is meant to be unlocked. The Sokaloo is haunting NC as well as Tennessee. There are many many giants that might be clients of the Dark Watchers, who might have psychokinesis. And the phantom time hypothesis is like a phoenix, coming back around again and again. The laser strain on your brain, if you got more than 2 brain cells in you. Some believe McCartney's dead because they read into the Mandela effect, which is subject